We're back to Breakdown Boys Wade Sensei.
Oos.
Sensei, tomorrow
Bust
is...
it down.
Breakdown. Hey.
Sure.
Busting down. Tomorrow, or I guess today as the people are seeing this, is a day of giving thanks. Give me one thing that... Here, look, give thanks. Look at that. How about that, huh?
Amazing.
One thing...
Is that a candle?
And yes, that is a candle.
Of course.
I need to light it. You boy be, you know what I'm saying? I be filming a lot of videos here. The stench get a little crazy, you know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
You know what I'm saying? Love, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Little gamer booty.
Oh my.
Give me one thing you're thankful for.
What?
Outside of the usual things. I know you're thankful for your family, your friends, for me, of course, for me.
The usual things.
The usuals. But give me something in the influencer scene you're thankful for.
A lot of people, that's not the usual. Listen, if you say usual, that's the issue, everybody in the damn world. I'm going to go on a rant right now. I'm about to go on a rant. This is the thing. You say usual, this is the problem. If you were actually thankful, like really thankful, like truly grateful.
I'm gonna get a bite of this quesadilla while you talking.
Hey. All right. Listen.
That's what I'm thankful for.
People... most of their issues can be solved by checking to see if they're really grateful. Because some people, when they approach their problems, they check their gratitude at the door. They leave it right here. And they go, I know.
Hold on.
I know. But this, I know I'm grateful. But look at this. No.
Say that shit again, because we're changing the topic of the video now. Say that shit again.
When people are facing their problems, they leave their gratitude at the door. You hear me? This is the problem. And they go, I know, but no. That's the problem. Everyone is like, I know, I'm grateful. Listen, if you are, then show it. People say it, but you show it when you're faced with adversity in life and things are difficult. And then let's see your character now. Right? Yeah. Listen, the accountability for some reason was people. They always, like when someone, like when you have food and you're like, there's people, and they say there's people starving in Africa, and you go, I know, like that whole saying, right?
Right. You've heard it a million times.
Right? And they go, I know, but still I want. The whole I know
is the problem.
No, you don't.
It's the problem.
You don't actually know what it's like.
Right.
That's the issue here.
Yeah.
Right? And I think people like, yeah, but, and they shift their focus. Right? And if they were really grateful, dude, let me take some of that stuff away. When you take my family and friends, I'm like, wait, we taking them away.
None of that away, yeah.
No, you take that away. I don't give a damn about anything else.
Yeah.
Right?
It's gonna get really crazy.
What happens is when people are spoiled, with I got my friends, I got my family. You find people who aren't spoiled. You find people when that stuff gets taken away, when that stuff is scarce, when you don't have, the parent to go to, you don't have the friendships, and you don't have those quality relationships, those things are awry. Yeah, son. That's when you find the deepest and the darkest. Dude. So I'm going to say it. I'm thankful for it every day, and I actually feel like I'm not thankful enough for it. That's my game that I always play. I'm always checking myself, my accountability. Am I really being grateful? Because everyone always will be like, how do I put this? They're like, whenever it comes to like their gratitude, since they don't want to feel guilty about it and they don't want to be held accountable, they give themselves like the benefit of the doubt. No, okay. Listen, I really, you know what I'm saying? I do my best.
Right.
Nah, forget that. I even feel like I don't do my best, even though I try to. Am I giving enough energy here, giving enough attention here?
Yeah.
Do I really making sure that I give it across that I care? Am I really, like, holding yourself accountable for your gratitude? Most people don't even, gratitude goes in and out the freaking whatever. You know what I'm saying? We have this one holiday and everyone's like, yeah. And they don't even take it seriously.
I was about to ask you about that. I'm like, this is kind of the phone it in, the weirdest phone it in holiday there is. And dude, we were going to do a video on the fucking Rock and Joe Rogan. Fuck all that. This is way more important, I feel like, because I can tell you're super passionate about it.
Yeah, bro, because I remember at a time when I wasn't like with that as much.
Yeah.
And I know the difference. And when you lose, people know, because this isn't like depending on if you're watching. People know when they lose somebody they care about, or they know people who lost people,
right?
Or you're close to losing somebody. Things get real. but a lot of people, even in those moments though, don't like to live in that moment. So they use other things or to kind of separate themselves so they don't have to pay attention to it because it's too hard to deal with. And I say no. You can dive into that because that's where everything is real, and then that's where motivation comes from, good energy and all that stuff. When people, whenever I talk to people,
you learn more about yourself, huh? About your family,
Yeah,
about the things that are important to you. Those things you learn more about by actually facing it versus, okay, I got other stuff to do right now. I can't deal with that. Or, I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
I can't deal with it because a big one, too, when people come to talk about like their mental health, when I'm talking to people as students about it and I check them about their accountability with their gratitude, because they'll get upset with their parents or they'll act in a way where they're not as grateful for things. Their attitude towards something they're complaining about in the grand scheme of things is not that big of a deal. And it usually gets met with, no, I know. But the thing is, so with me, I go, but that's the problem. Everything's about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you just didn't think about yourself as much, you wouldn't have to notice the issues you're having because everyone's got a lot of issues. Right? But the problem is when you're having especially mental health issues, I've always said this, do single moms who have working 2 jobs, or people who live a hard life, do they live with anxiety? Do they get depressed sometimes? Yes, but guess what? They don't have enough time to even deal with it.
Yeah,
because they're too busy trying to raise 2 kids.
Because they're dealing with you.
Right, they got too much time. Right, they got there's too much. I don't have enough time to be here to be depressed, to sit down and lay down in my room and not get up. I got to get up and go to work. Now the thing is, the catch-22 is their troubled life, right, is what actually gives them the ability to combat the struggles of mental health because you're living with purpose, because you're responsible for things.
I was going to say, it gives them
that
purpose.
When you do feed somebody, when you are working hard and you're busting your butt, there's a reason you're working hard. The person who isn't doing it, and this is why a lot of teenagers struggle with it, because teenagers aren't accountable for anything. You're not responsible for anything. People have to take care of you. You can't take care of yourself. So you do kind of feel like, I'm not that independent, but you, even though you ask for independence all the time, I want to be trusted. Nobody trusts me. Well, clearly, right? I couldn't be trusted at 15. Nobody can.
Right? 100%.
So that's the part of the learning curve. But then, that whole thing of the gratitude part. And I feel like as you become, especially teenagers or even young adults, people try to fix themselves and try to work on themselves, and they become so individually centric. And then you start noticing all the issues, and then you start overanalyzing and freaking, I can't do this right, and then everything's about you. Just make things about other people for a little while.
Facts.
And by the way, that doesn't mean not take care of yourself. I say that a lot, and people are like, don't take care of yourself. No, to take care of somebody else means you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
If you're not taking care of your own health, then you don't care about them. I check people all the time. You really care about your siblings? You really care about your kids? You really care about your family? Then how are you doing with you? If you can take care of you, then that's a way to
That's like step
have
1.
A positive impact. Right? A positive impact of that. If not, you don't get to just do listen. I'm doing it for them, but I'm not. I don't have enough time for me. Nope, that's not caring for them. Son, that's just an excuse. Hold that. Sorry
about it.
But people that accountability thing, dude, and gratitude. I'm serious about my gratitude.
I can tell.
Yeah, bro, that's what gives me life, dude. That's why I'm hype all the time. I have trouble going to sleep because I'm like, dude, I don't want to go to sleep because I'm nervous tomorrow.
Trust me, I know. We'll be playing Madden until 5 a.m. because you
have
so much energy.
I appreciate the hell out of those times, dude. That's why.
That's the thing. When we're sitting here, you made me start to go, damn. Yeah. I'm 31. I'm not a kid. I have responsibilities. I got people to take.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You don't hear shit like that every day.
Nah, dude.
And even you're not even trying to, but in the moment, I'm checking me. I'm going, man.
Yeah, bro.
Here I sit. How many times I talk to you? I mean, people will know by the time this goes out probably. I'm buying a place and I'm nervous and I don't know about this and that and I'm so damn worried all the time and I don't even sit back and go, damn. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be in the position and be as blessed as I am. You know what I mean? I'm grateful to be able to fucking share a podcast or share a platform with you, to be able to just hear. Sometimes I just sit back and I'm listening, bro. I forget I'm even part of the show. I'm just like,
dude, we're getting close to Thanksgiving. It gets crazy.
I mean, but honestly though,
it gets wild
because I don't get these.
Bro, listen, I'm so passionate about it, and this is why my relationships with a lot of influencers started with Temper and stuff. It's not an advice thing. It's just me being honest about my experiences that I've had and what gratitude means to me. and how it affects me positively. Because if you're around me, you know I'm hype off nothing. You know what I'm
Zero.
saying? Which is me.
Yeah.
I'm a hop off life and just being so grateful.
Yeah.
Which means I'm desperate about with how limited I realize. You know, I look at it for how it is. I understand how limited it is, and I don't like to live in a place where my gratitude is really far away.
Yeah.
And I'm always checking myself and going, wait, time out. Let's make sure it's still close.
Yeah.
And I don't do the whole, I know, but everyone does.
I do it. I do it.
It's like that's the thing. I do it too. We all do it.
Yeah.
But when you can check yourself, when you can go, wait a second.
Right. Dude, it's a skill. That's a special. It's not even a skill, but it's just a self-awareness that I can put myself in that position. That I think a lot of people, including myself, lack sometimes because, like you said, having that in order makes everything else, I wouldn't say easier, but you can do it with a positive mindset, and you can sometimes not focus on the little things that are turning into big things for no reason and taking you away from the people. You know what I'm saying? Taking away from the things.
You said it perfectly. Your attention, when you focus on something, bro, keyword, focus. When your attention is on the thing that you can't solve yet with you, that's too difficult, you're having trouble, it becomes a double negative.
Yeah.
Now you're feeling bad about the thing that makes you feel bad.
Yeah.
How about you focus on something that can make you feel better? And also, how about make you feel something that you can feel productive and you can be proud of?
Yeah.
And as human beings, we all love being proud of being able to affect other people's lives in a positive way. And if you're not doing that, I don't care who you are. If you aren't affecting people in a positive way, deep down you got some issues. And I know that you're like, oh, I wish I could do more. I wish I was a better this or better this. All the roles all the hats that we play in life.
Right.
Sibling, friend, whatever. If you're doing great on all those things and you're living through yourself, which means I can take care of myself and help other, everything's going to be good because you can stand on that no matter what.
Right.
No matter what's going on, you can stand on that, right? When that's rocky, and people got to twist it because they're like, listen, I know, but I got to focus on myself because I got to take care. I got to do this. I got to do that. And it seems like it's the most important things. That's what you're focusing on.
Yeah.
Then you find out someone in your family gets sick and you realize, oh, maybe it's not that important. Oops.
And it changes that quick, huh?
And worse, you realize it and then you go, oh, wait, no, I still got to focus on this.
That's still, yeah.
And then you lose the opportunity and then you have regret and then you punish yourself for the rest of your life with bad habits.
Yeah.
I.e., everybody.
Honestly, like,
you know what I'm saying?
That's how regret, I mean, listen, we're not philosophers, but that's probably a big piece of how regret is formed and
let me tell you something.
You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something. At the end of my day, if I'm alive, which means if I'm aware, I'm about to go, I'm gonna tell you something. I am not gonna be there going, oh, if I only.
I wish.
Nope,
yeah.
not me.
Yeah.
You're not gonna catch me doing that. I'm gonna make sure I get the most out of this thing.
Yeah.
Right. And that's with the people that matter most. I am like when I teach every day. It's like I want the most out of these interactions. I want to make sure they get the most of me.
Right.
And my father, because there's something for me. I'm waiting for it because I know like everyone thinks nothing bad's gonna happen to them or someone they know, and then it does.
Yeah.
I'm smart enough to know that can happen to anybody.
Yep.
Right. So like my father had law. He when he was younger, first started teaching. Like I don't know. I was young. I wasn't there when it happened.
Yeah.
But a student passed away, a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
And we're talking like an orange belt, like 6 months.
Yeah.
Like he was there for 6 months. And we're talking the parent came and I called him, hey, so-and-so is not going to be in today. Because the parent was in shock. It just happened. He goes, well, what's going on? Is everything okay? No, he died.
Jeez.
Boom. We're talking about world upside down immediately.
Yeah.
How do you handle that? Then to kind of find out, martial arts, this kid was he's an orange belt, training for, 6 months, 8 months. The martial arts was the world to him. Parents came in. This is the biggest thing. We loved everything, your interactions that you had with him. We love everything you've done for him. We're actually going to bury him in his gi, his uniform. What?
Come on, son.
So my father doesn't know what to do. He's sitting talking to the parents, takes off his belt, his belt, and gave it to him. So this young man is buried with my dad's belt at the time.
That's amazing.
Doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Right? So I get told that, right? That hasn't happened to me yet.
Yeah.
I know chances are it's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'd be damned if I let some stupid day-to-day issue affect my quality interaction I could have had with somebody.
Right.
And then something happens. Now, I don't live in a paranoia, but I'm present.
Gotta be.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I
think that's a big thing, man. That's that
because anxiety by definition
thing,
and depression by anxiety is not present. You can't be present and feel those things at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? Like when I have a fight, and when everyone who has a fight ever is essentially experiencing a miniature anxiety attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. Adrenaline shoots through the roof. You get tunnel vision. You can't hear anything. Your adrenaline's, you know what I mean?
Going,
That's what you have, an anxiety attack. But you have to fight with yourself to stay present, to stay focused, so you can execute. If not, the moment it becomes too big, what does that mean?
Yeah.
It means you're not present.
Right.
Right? You're not laser focused. When you're depressed and sad, obviously you could be dealing with something that's very negative, but are you dealing with that thing that you could have dealt with for 2 hours out of that day, the entire day?
Mm.
Like if I got an issue going on, I got to deal with that issue. Now, the moment I'm going to be dealing with that issue, I'm going to focus on 110%, and it may suck. It may be terrible. But when I'm not dealing with it, I'm not going to be focused on it for the rest of the day. It's not going to get my attention.
Right.
Until I have to deal with it again.
Yeah.
Right? Because then if not, I'm doing an injustice to everyone else.
Right.
But people don't want to hear that because it's too hard and you don't understand. Trust me, I know. Right? Nobody understands anybody.
Right.
Right? Which is me again.
Yeah.
And what happens is people get defensive. People watching this will get defensive. But you
don't know me.
And
you don't
guess
know my
what?
life.
You're right. And I guess what? I will say you are right. You are right. And whether you're right or wrong, it's up to you. You know what I mean? You are right whether you can't understand. Like, people ask me, my anxiety is real. Yes, it is. Correct. Your depression is real. Yes, it is very real. It's not a question whether it's real or not, but it's a question of, are you in the driver's seat?
Right? How do you get there if you're not?
If you feel like you aren't in the driver's seat,
yeah.
Fun fact, you aren't.
Yeah.
Fun fact, if you feel like you are in the driver's seat, you are.
Yeah.
And the problem is some people think those are objective. Some people think that I'm not in the driver's seat and I can't be. And as soon as that happens, then you'll never drive. And there's where we are. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Come on, bro. You're talking to the people, man. Here's the thing.
Dude.
These are things that you wouldn't even know that go through your mind the way you live life. But it's the reason you live the way you do.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know. I mean, I'll tell this story. I've seen you do things and say things in person that I'm in real time living life and going, what? Why can he say things like this and it make a lot of sense,
Yeah.
I don't think you'll mind me telling this. When I came out to Haverhill, you and wifey, house shopping. Going around doing your thing, house shopping.
Yep.
We went to some of these places looking at how, because I went over there with y'all, you guys invited me. Hey, come through, look at it. We went to some of these places, and this is how vain I am, and I'm gonna tell on myself a little bit. I looked at some of those houses and been like, there is no way in hell I'm living here.
Yeah.
And surely Isaiah's gonna think the same thing. Surely. Nope. There was one place we went to that you couldn't even fit at the upstairs. Like, you couldn't even fit.
Yeah, wild.
It was like you were like you're not a tall guy. Like, let's be honest, you're a short man. Your head was at the ceiling. You know what I'm saying?
I'm as close to 6 feet as you can be.
Yeah. Also
close
to
6 feet.
Right. 5 feet closer. But you were at the ceiling with your head, essentially. Come downstairs. I'm talking to Kyoshi.
Doing this.
I'm doing this. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, this is crazy. This is great stuff here. Yeah, what's the elevation up here? I go downstairs. I'm talking to Kyoshi, your father. I said, what do you think? He goes, if it was me, I wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, yeah, bro, Isaiah's not going to like this place. You come down and tell me, yo, it's perfect. It's great. And it's not just like, yo, man, I really like this. You're hyped. You're like about to chest bump me like we're about to run through the tunnel in a football game. You're like, yeah, this is it. It's the one.
That's why I can make it work.
And I didn't realize, I was like, this guy's lost his mind. He's lost it. So we go to the next place the next day, and this place admittedly was better, but it was still looked like it was built in 1800, right?
Yep.
But it had a backyard and it had a pool, right?
Fire.
And it had a deck. The deck was the best thing about it, by the way. I'm looking around and I'm like, ain't no way, dude. Not for the price, because we don't,
Well, the price is, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And you were like, yo, because
like, it is what it is.
Yeah, you're like, this might be the one, dog, right here. This might be it. We might just, I'm like, what? What are we talking about? And finally, we go and you had like a family thing, obviously, because this is, around. I don't even know what it was we were doing that weekend, but
Was it the wedding time?
no, it wasn't
No.
wedding. It was after that. But
it was after. Yeah, of course.
we, you go over there, the fam's out there, and finally, I didn't even ask you about it. You just sit down and you go, you know what, dude? All I need. It was like you're answering the question I had in my head. I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, what? Why does he want to live in some of these places that look like shit to me? Again, I'm vain.
Yeah.
Don't
Which
have
is funny, you saw where I grew up. It's not like it's a huge it would
Right.
be a downgrade.
Oh, bro. One of the places
I
we
was
went
raised,
looked
I was
like
raised in
one of the
multiple acres,
places
stuff
we
like
went looked like it was put together on stilts. Like it looked like separate, like the house was built out of separate pieces and it was like a puzzle being put together. And you were
Yeah,
like, yo,
I
this
know
would be
you're
great.
talking
The upstairs could do this. And I'm like, the trampoline's half broken. And finally it hit me. You go, dude, the things that I need taken care of. Because finally, I think I finally just asked, I was like, what do you see in these? Like, these places aren't great, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's like, I need a place for me, if wifey's happy, and I can raise a family.
Yeah.
That's all that's all I need. He's like, give me the rooms I need.
Yeah.
Wifey's happy, I'm happy. And dude, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I went, oh, yeah. There's this guy is different. Like you're just not this. There's no ego here. There's no gimme. This is one of the most humble men I've ever met in my life. Truly, just is what he is. There's no seeing through you because you are just you. And I was, dude, I'm about to freaking get emotional now. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. Watching like how authentic you are, and it was just crazy. The shit was wild.
What you just said though is the difference between want and need, and I think the difference between want and need for me are very, very clear.
Yeah.
And there's a big gap between it. And I feel like I'll be with students, right? They goes, they like Sensei, even little kids. They're like, I need water. I go, no, you don't. You want water. Let's clarify that real quick.
Facts.
You want some. You don't need some.
Yeah.
You're not even sweating. You're not even dehydrated yet.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when you need some. But if you want some, I'll let you have some. Because I try to correct people even early.
Right, just from that.
You'll catch people saying, oh, but I need. No. Let's talk about what, because I know what I need.
Yeah.
And what I need, like for material things, is very little.
Yeah, bro.
And I love what I need. Like what I need is the most important thing to me. And also that means the quality of my relationships, that's in the need.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like those things, like my health, that's in the need.
Mm-hmm.
So, because what happens is we forget what we actually need, and we're focused on what we want, and then we're dropping the ball on some of the stuff that we need. And then when those things that you need go away, now you realize, oh, I didn't know that I needed that. And then you're all confused and messed up. And that's why you feel upset, right? Like the reason I'm happy all the time is because I have everything that I need. Yeah. Including mentally and emotionally. Yeah. Right? And then obviously the material and the physical. And then since I need so little, I also get everything I want because my want list is like what most people think I want, what most people think they need.
They need, exactly. Yeah.
So I get to appreciate it more because I know this is a want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and my want list is way bigger than what people think. Because my need, like is like I just need that. So if something's a want for me, every time I get it, I feel so blessed about it. I feel so good about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very picky. Like I'm not picky with my gratitude. Yeah. Right? And I'm very minimal. People have called me like a simplist.
A minimalist, okay. A simplest.
A minimalist. Yeah. It's like, well, it's not just that. It's like, actually, I love a lot of things. I want to have a lot of things. I love like doing things. But
yeah, of course.
I understand, like, I want those things. Like, when it comes to, like, for example, like a wedding or those things, like, I didn't need any of that. Right? What I needed was my wife and I to agree to get married and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Everything else is a want. So if it starts raining, no big deal.
Yeah, right? Dude, that was a concern, too.
We were like, oh. If we have to go and do it in my dad's backyard instead of the venue, cool. I don't care.
Good.
Right? The honeymoon. We wanted to go to Monterey. I didn't need to. I just needed to spend time with my wife. Yep. Just to have some good quality time with my wife. It's not that if we go, we don't go to Monterey, it gets canceled somewhere else. Okay. Like, it's like, I wanted this, but I have what I need. Then I can just want a different version of that. Bars. You know? So everything to me is just like bonus. Bars. Like, life is just, I'm just like, wow, extra. People think it's like, is he crazy? Yeah. Right? I'm like, no, y'all crazy.
That's the thing.
To me.
The thing is, and that's the best way to put it. the way that and again, I'm a part of it, the way we live now, the crazy thing has become sane, and the sane thing has become crazy.
And I'll say this, because before I can go crazy, I'll try to like wrap it all into one for me. Like people, it's not the positivity that actually leads me. It is guilt. The intense pain of potential guilt that most people run from. I realized that if I actually were to keep guilt right here, it's a motivator, dude. And that's why people don't like it, because it's very powerful. They like to make excuses. Well, it's not really your fault. Well, that's them. It's not you. We're very good at deflecting because it makes us feel better. Because we all love making ourselves
temporarily, right?
Yeah, we hate feeling guilty. Yeah. That thing, like our ego will do everything that it can to protect us from feeling guilty.
Facts.
Everything, right? But me, I try to do the opposite. Yeah. I try to lead myself into feeling guilty, and then it motivates me to do the thing to not make me feel that way. Yeah. To prevent potential guilt. So I'm constantly checking myself to make sure, am I being good as an uncle, a sibling, a son, a husband, right? An instructor, a friend, all that stuff. Right? So if I'm doing that, I don't have to play the whole game of, well, I don't, I'm busy, I can't, like for attention, right? And things like that. So for me, that it's a wanting to avoid a negative feeling for me. It's a big part of my motivation. It's not just, yay, I'm happy. It's not a happiness thing. It's not about being happy all the time. It's, because that's some BS right there. I'll tell you that. This ain't no positive thinking thing. It's a reality thing, and it's a very important that when my mom asks me how you're doing, when I tell her good, I mean it. And if not, guess what? That's an omen on her. If I don't say I did good, now that's an omen on her that she feels like she wasn't great as a parent. And I'm not gonna let that happen, because if I do, I'm gonna make sure I feel pretty damn guilty about it. I'm not gonna do well. It's all no, forget all that. Yeah. So since I hold myself accountable that way, when she asks me how I'm doing, I say I'm doing fantastic because you did a damn good job of raising this kid. That's it. If not, well, I need forget all that. Same thing with my parents. Because I want to be a great son. Yep. I'm giving that. See, that's nothing to do with me. My mom, right? My dad. I want to make sure I do right by me to make them feel better. Same thing with my siblings, right? Same thing with my family. I represent them, right? But if you're not doing that because you're too busy focused on you, I can't have time to focus. It's too much, right? Then you're missing the big picture. Facts. I do all that too, but this is what gets me hyped. I know, because nothing feels better, dude. We're all chasing that anyways. I always hear people like, well, I feel like they weren't proud of me and disappointed. Everyone, it's always
the same, bro. Well, listen, dude.
Gucci. We'll bring that to your Thanksgiving dinner.
Happy Thanksgiving, folks. Stuff that in your freaking turkey. That's amazing.
Your turkey and stuff it.
Yeah, bro. That's amazing. That's amazing. Listen, truly, now, after hearing that, I'm very, very thankful and blessed to have you, man, as a podcast host, as a content creator, as a brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
You as well.
And to all you guys, man, the Breakdown community, we are truly thankful for you guys. Without you, we wouldn't be doing this and be able to have fun and, interact with these memories we're making and with you guys as well, man. We wouldn't have this stuff and all kind of craziness. So on Thanksgiving Eve and when you guys see this Thanksgiving Day, I guess the message is be thankful.
For real this time.
For real this time. It's the sequel. Thankfulness, the sequel, for real this time. Brought to you by Breakdown Studios. Listen, whatever you're doing on Thanksgiving, be safe, be happy, be healthy with your family, the people that you're thankful for, the things you're thankful for, and what happens toward the holiday season the rest of this year, we don't have those answers, but guess we'll find out.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.